In a peaceful village, nestled between soft hills and green fields, there lived an elderly woman named Omma. Her little cottage stood quietly at the edge of the village, surrounded by a small garden, a mango tree, and a wooden fence that creaked gently in the wind. Omma had no children of her own, and her husband had passed away many years ago. But she was never truly lonely, because she had Chicky. Chicky was no ordinary hen. She was round and fluffy, with rich brown feathers and a small white patch on her chest. She followed Omma everywhere, clucking softly as though they were in conversation. The villagers often smiled at the sight of them. Omma walking slowly with her cane, and Chicky waddling loyally beside her, like a dear friend. Every morning, as the sun painted the sky in orange and pink, Chicky would lay a single egg. Omma would collect it with great care, holding it gently in her wrinkled hands. "One is enough, my dear," she would whisper. "May we always have just what we need." She'd boil the egg, eat half for breakfast, and save the other half for lunch. She grew her own vegetables, spun her own yarn, and lived in peaceful rhythm and quiet joy. One morning, something unexpected happened. Chicky laid 2 eggs. Omma blinked in surprise. "2?" she whispered. "Well now, that's generous." She cooked 1 egg as usual, and took the second to the market. She didn't ask for much, just enough to buy a handful of rice and a piece of jaggery. The next day, again, 2 eggs. And again. And again. The villagers began to notice. One said, "Sell both eggs, Omma." Another added, "Feed Chicky more, maybe she'll lay 3. Someone else suggested, "Think bigger. Get 10 hens and start a business." But Omma simply smiled and said, "1 for me, 1 to share. That's enough." Omma gave the extra egg to a poor neighbor, or to passing schoolchildren. Sometimes, she left 1 quietly on a doorstep, without a word. People began calling her Egg Omma, a name spoken with love. Then came the monsoon. Rain poured for days. The river overflowed. Crops were lost. Firewood was soaked. Most hens stopped laying. But Chicky didn't. She remained calm and faithful. 1 egg in the morning, 1 in the evening. Omma had saved many of the eggs she hadn't needed. She would boil them, pickled them, stored them. Now, as hunger grew in the village, she gave those eggs away. Quietly, gently, and without asking for anything in return. A group of villagers came to her and asked, "Why didn't you sell more when you had the chance? Why didn't you chase more when you could have?" Omma looked up at them with kind, tired eyes and said, "Sometimes, having more isn't about chasing more. It's about loving what you already have, and giving from it when the time comes." She turned to Chicky, who clucked softly and nestled at her feet. "I took only what I needed," she said. "The rest was a gift, to be shared." True abundance comes not from taking all you can, but from caring for what you have and sharing it with love. Contentment is quiet, but it grows roots that can weather any storm. Let's learn some words from this story. Wrinkled, having small lines, often seen on old skin. Example, in her wrinkled hands. Waddling, walking with short steps and a side-to-side motion, like ducks. Example, Chicky waddled beside her. Rhythm, a peaceful, regular routine. Example, a life of simple rhythm. Generous, giving more than expected. Example, that's generous. Jaggery, a natural, sweet sugar made from sugar cane. Example, a piece of jaggery. Monsoon, a season of heavy rain, especially in South Asia. Example, then came the monsoon. Overflowed, when something fills up and spills over. Example, the river overflowed. Pickled, preserved in vinegar or salty water. Example, she pickled them. Contentment, feeling peaceful and satisfied. Example, contentment is quiet. Chasing more, always wanting to get more things. Example, why didn't you chase more? Weather the storm, survive a hard or difficult time. Example, roots that can weather any storm. Thank you for watching. If this story warmed your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more soulful tales and life lessons.